are we ready?
No.
Yes.
No.
The little surprise we have in store. We will change it in 3, 2,
Uh-oh.
1.
Ah.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Belgium.
So we're doing Belgium today, guys. It's a completely random track, and we're doing Belgium.
It's
Well,
like
you people that practice, you could get screwed over.
Yes!
We knew that.
We always practice.
You lied to us, Matt. You said we were wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I
I wanted
wasn't
to
part
throw
of
you
it.
off.
Oh no.
Don't worry.
Oh, a rouge will be like
Oh,
going
it's
to
a
do white and rouge.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey Matt, just letting you know someone's already practiced it.
22 Kevin Magnuson's at the top.
Change track.
Okay, guys, it is the Belgium Grand Prix for round 6 of this new journey. Let's get ready to get involved.
Ah.
Oh,
If you're gonna
man,
be like
How's
this
your
for-
practice looking now, you sweaty bellends?
So hello guys, and of course welcome back to the Noob journey. As you would have heard previously, Matt had a little surprise for us, and the surprise was that we're doing random tracks now to the end of the season. I assume using every track Matt will literally just sort of not pick them out of a hat, but you know, work out what ones he wants us to race in, and you know, it'll then tick it off the calendar sort of idea. So that's the idea for now onwards. I think the main problem is it in the group chat we always go, you know, what times are you doing, what times are you doing, and it's like, oh yeah, well I did about an hour's worth of game, you know, of time trial, and I got this lap, and I think Matt got a little bit annoyed. Well, not annoyed, but he just found it like, you know, come on, stop practicing. So we come up for qualifying at the Belgian Grand Prix track. I haven't driven around on the no assists, haven't even practiced, but so we come through a rouge which December said was flat, and I can tell you from doing this already that, well, it could be flat, but for me, as a noob, it's not flat. Straight up is not flat, and I can tell you, Matt found this hilarious. The fact that before qualifying had even started, I was already out. Rickson also found it fairly hilarious as well, because he just saw in the chat that I'd immediately retired. But we go later on as qualifying near the wet. It's actually wet conditions, which weren't, you know, expected, but X-Matty G thought he'd go out and sort of show us how it was done. So we're going to go on a lap with X-Matty G. I know what happens. I can't remember where, but I know what happens, and it's a brilliant lap of him showing us exactly how it's done. So through our road, a little bit of, you know, little bit of a nervy moment, but not too bad. He's gone all right there. So this is how it's done. No assists in Belgium. In the intermediate conditions, so brake about 100 metres, lock up massively, turns in very delicately on the throttle as well, does that pretty nicely actually, a little bit of a steer to get the car rotated into their little bit of slide because of the intermediate conditions. Beautiful, beautifully done through here. So we come down here, brake, lock up massively, and obviously go wide through here. Is Matt's line personally through here, as Pepsi Max, I believe that's Pepsi Max goes, Charlie goes through, and as you can hear in the commentation by the backwards, obviously, you know, Charlie put him off, and Matt is getting an absolute tank slapper. Oh my god, the reactions we can hear him in the background is incredible. Just us all watching his lap, and we were going, come on Matt, what are you doing? Because it was the most incredible lap ever by a former AOR champion, but December thankfully goes, because he was getting massively in the way then, if not. Beautiful, Rickson's retired from the session. Don't know what happened to him, but yeah, Charlie is currently in the way of Matt, but I don't think it'll slow him up. But Charlie gets out of the way anyway by just steering into the gravel, so, you know, good job by him to get out of the way. We've also then got ahead, we've got Nimao, who's weaving absolutely bloody everywhere, but it's not too bad, he gets out of the way pretty easily. Charlie 0412 retires, probably finished his qualifying anyway. So he comes through here, Matt goes massively wide in the middle of nowhere. Die Hard thankfully goes, I believe. Caboose is ahead, Matt locks up massively, and I believe at this point he just about runs out of fuel to end the lap. So of course, not the best lap there by Matt. I think he's just a little bit inexperienced. With Belgium, I don't think it's anything he's done on his any of his series or anything. So that was the end of qualifying for us, and Pepsi Max takes pole position. to be honest, if you actually managed to get a super soft lap in before the wet conditions came, you were in with a chance pole position. I didn't get to do that. If I'd have actually done a lap, I might have been up there. But you know, Reese Ball also not setting the time for Jobo. Neither Jay Corrigan, either Rickson was in 8th place, which I know is disappointing. With got a message going that he was really disappointed below Jamie Auger actually. But great pole position by Pepsi Max. Obviously, Teak in 2nd and Choyuki Master, I think that was 4th, I believe, so we just finished the formation lap. Max all the way back there, obviously. So, you know, going into the race, I was feeling okay. As long as I get a Rouge right, I should be okay. But mind you, I hadn't actually done a lap now. You know, in Belgium, I hadn't actually done a lap. I barely done one corner. I'd done barely 2 corners, so I was quite nervous at this point. I was actually really nervous. So I was just hoping for a good start, you know, to try and get into this race, as we are waiting massively for Frobo Jobo, like the last race we were waiting for it, which was just every time. It's unreal. We need to buy new internet for him or something. But anyway, so we go to 2, 3, 4, fire lights. Everyone's nervous, and we are off for the start of this Belgian Grand Prix, and already we've been absolutely demolished, and I have no idea what happened. We're being just hit around. I have absolutely no idea what's just happened. Factual Impala was also caught up in that. I didn't have a single clue what was going on. All I know was that someone got either a massively good start or jumped the start, and then everything just went kaput for me. I sort of turned thinking there was no one there, because obviously no one can get, you know, a massively good start like that, but that's what happened. So we sort of come through here. Charlie is ahead of us. But he ghosts then, but we didn't really see that. We didn't really see he was going to ghost because there was a yellow flag. But we just sort of tried to stay behind him. He goes to the inside, nice covering there, squeezes us a little bit, which I know is something that I would do, breaking at 100 metres, lock up from me. And I notice now already, and my time's at 29 and 39%, you know, on the right, and there's a 42 on the right hand side. And I don't know why that happened, but a lot of carnage there. So we come to the end of lap 1. Caboose decides to, I don't know what he did. I think he's just locked up through inexperience of racing on this track. Further on is the end of this lap. We lock up massively in the rear, and then yeah, for this tight hairpin, we just couldn't get it right the entire weekend. You'll see that as we go through. Die Hard probably got a little scare then from me being so close. I didn't actually see him. There was no proximity errors, the fact that I was off the track. But Charlie also makes a move again. Obviously, the move that we made through the rather more flowing chicane, but obviously we decided to just drive off the track in process of that move. I don't know why I did that, but that's what I decided to do, was just drive off the track. Jamie Auger has retired from this race. Is it through Eau Rouge though? As we try it vaguely flat, it is through Eau Rouge. Look, he has binned it very close to where I did, and in fact, you know, Impala's done it as well. It was only slightly behind us, so there must be 2 cars in the same place having crashed. Rickson sets another fastest lap of this race at the end of lap 2 for us. He is just driven off in the lead. Charlie's going slowly, look. I'm hoping that he goes. Pepsi Max has also obviously had an issue. I reckon he had a puncture. Charlie drives off the track. It is flat through there, which is good. So we break about here, lock up massively, turn in, and of course we're going to have to cut this chicane again because of our really shit driving. So Charlie is going to get back round the outside. I don't think I accelerated too hard, because I know that move, for me, he was already past me, and to be honest, I really should have locked up. It was a basic error. So moving on to lap 3 now, we've selected the medium tyres. We drive off the track because our tyres are already wearing out massively. Belgium obviously a high tyre wear track, 3-second time penalty for that, for multiple track extensions and everything else. So we're moving on to the end of lap 3 now, as we look at our tyre wear, and look, 93%. I don't know how it got that bad so quickly. 93 and 87. So many lockups. Obviously, when the tyres get bad, they get bad. So we're on 94 by driving in a straight line. So we just decided to drive off the track and protest, break about, you know, a little bit earlier, and just try and do that. And we still lock up. And yeah, I think we either locked up, which I don't think we did. I think we just tried to let off the brake a little bit because we'd broken earlier, and still decided to just go into the wall. We can't quite get it round. Nimal GG is retired from this session, so we decided to drive it into here. And I think it's about here that we do actually get a puncture. Braking for here. There we go. There's the puncture. But thankfully we got it into the pit entrance, which was absolutely fine, so it's not going to cost us any time whatsoever, really, in comparison to if it happened on track. So we're going to come in for a set of medium tyres, see if we can go to the end of this race. But looking at the tyre on the super softs, I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. So obviously a change of front wing as well. We had some front wing damage. I believe that Caboose is going to come through and overtake us, but I don't know actually. He might do, he might not. I guess we'll find out. So we come through. Actually, no, we won't, because this is a really tight pit exit. so we will be absolutely fine to go past him for a, I don't know, I think I've been always ahead of him, so the end of lap 4 now, not the end of lap 4, middle of lap 4, we're doing alright through here, and then we just completely lose it, and we are so lucky not to lose the tyre there, very, very lucky not to lose the tyre there, and then we just decided to just plant the throttle, because there's grass on the tyres, it's so difficult, even in 4th gear, it's so difficult to lose that position to Caboose, obviously, and Respawn looked so far behind, and yet, because we just can't get the power down, we just cannot get the power down, Respawn ends up going past us. Don't know whether that was an illegal overtake because he was off the track, probably not, because we were off the track massively, so going on to the end of lap 4, braking for here. Are we going to go wide? We are, of course, going to go wide and hit off the rest of our front wing into the wall, you stupid prick. We were so far ahead of these guys, and now Reggie Bear and Frobo Jobo is going to end up overtaking us, I believe. I don't know if Frobo Jobo actually made the move. I don't think he does. Or he might actually, because we just got a shed ton of oversteer from the rear end. So Frobo Jobo is going to go around the outside, but I think we're just about going to cover him off after locking up both front tyres massively, but nicely through there. And Reggie Bear actually looked like he was driving out the pits, but no, he wasn't. And then we just get a massive kick oversteer, and so lucky not to lose our wheel, we have got a puncture. So that was quite a lot of our race completely ruined by us. And look at Caboose, he's just gone through the start finish straight. That's how much time we've lost by completely ballsing it up quite a few times. We just need to work on the consistency, massively need to work on the consistency. But puncture, thankfully it's very close to the pit entrance. The leaders, I believe, were coming through at this point. Rickson, you can see, is about where we crashed, or no, a little bit before that, so we can't seem to get our braking right for obvious reasons, but I believe that we get lapped at this point. So I wasn't too ashamed, because I was really struggling, to be honest, but coming through here into the pit entrance, Teak does a fast lap of 152.1, I believe. I think we're going to put on the soft tyre, I think is what I chose, which I can't remember whether it was a good move or a bad move. It seemed like an alright idea at the time, so we'll see how that goes. It's a decent strategy call. Again, another change in front wing. I probably didn't need to do that, as damage is on reduced. So that's pretty important. We're also going to get overtaken by Respawn as well. Oh no, that's another overlapped car, which I think, if I remember rightly, is... Who is it? It's Die Hard 24 Fan 24, the American who was telling me that he's voting for Hillary Clinton. So I just like to, you know, good, you know, position there. Because if he voted for Trump, I'm not sure we'd be in a great place. But Frobo Jobo obviously made a mistake. We saw yellow flags in the other half. He made a mistake as we drove off the track in protest for that move again for no reason. So we are past Frobo Jobo. I think he said my car lagged, I can't remember, but yeah. So we get in there and then get a blue flag to get the car past. I saw in the mirrors it was Pepsi Max, and after the last race where he just decided to smash me into the wall and retire me, I decided to get massively out of the way and also drive off the track in protest because I'm fucking horseshit. So we now go onto here. We also then lock up every single tyre on my car, rotate it all the way around, and because it's lap 9, we decided super soft. There's no point because look how far ahead we are of the next car, which was Frobo Jobo. Yeah, we decided to pit because we've got a couple of laps left. We might have set a fastest lap of the race. That'd be brilliant if we could set a fast lap of the race. You know, learn the track, brand new set of super soft tyres. Be absolutely incredible. So we come into the pits for the super soft tyres, and then we go out much faster pit stop of 2.4 seconds. So we come out this pit exit with still loads and loads of time to spare ahead of Frobo Jobo coming out beautifully. And now we are going to try and do a nice good in-lap. But as we obviously come, yeah, Teak Quick Shares finished the race because of course we were a lap down. I completely forgot when I made my pit stop, but it's going to make no difference because we were nowhere near Caboose anyway. So coming through the final corner for us to finish the Belgian Grand Prix, the first race we finished in, I believe, 3 maybe 4 episodes, but moving on, just watching people ends, we just saw lagging, and then Rickson, I didn't believe it was Rickson's AI, but you know, Rickson exposed, just decided to just knock Butty's Crackers off. I don't believe he lost the positions. I believe Butty's Crackers was actually miles ahead of anyone else, but I believe he run out of fuel here, and Die Hard and yeah, Butty's Crackers keeps his position in 8th place. But that was the end result. Team Quickshot obviously winning that race. Riction in a very common 2nd place to him, very common 2nd place. So that's really good. Look at the penalties, but that actually, I think the penalties actually help Hector Max slightly move ahead a couple of people. I don't actually know. That might be complete horseshit. But I believe that was true. Caboose with 13 seconds with penalties, us with 6. So, yeah, amazing race. The fact we finished is a good point. Really was not helped by the fact that, you know, it was a random track. But the fact that, you know, we did have Monaco, if not, because obviously after Spain is Monaco, I think we ended up with a better deal, because in Monaco I couldn't keep it out of the freaking wall. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you watch, you know, all the previous episodes of the Noob Journey, not only from me, but from everyone else in the series, because trust me, their POVs are pretty awesome as well of their race, because it gives you a better view of what was going on around, not only just around me, around everyone else. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.